Hello, YouTube. I'm here again, Duckie Confetti, with my friend.
Nice. We just know each other.
Whatever. Introduce yourself.
My name is Jeremy Haynes, but you guys know me as No IG Jeremy.
That's it. We are here. We're going to talk about his fashion intake, his styling intake, some things that he do, some clients that he have, all of that good stuff. So stay tuned. Okay, so Jeremy, me and amongst many others, we would love to know, how did you get into fashion styling?
So my start in styling, I started out at Clark Atlanta University. I got a degree in fashion merchandising with a concentration in design, and I really wanted to be a designer growing up my whole life. But when I got behind a sewing machine, I realized that I could not do that. It takes a lot of concentration, a lot of time. So then I said, you know what? How can I bring my vision to life and still, have this career in fashion? So I just decided to be a stylist. I interned underneath a really well-known stylist in Atlanta. Her name is Fiscani. She owns a very popular showroom in Atlanta called the Ivy Showroom. And I interned underneath her. She had clients like Jeezy, Akon. She had so many big clients. So I interned underneath her for a couple of years, kind of got my foot in the door, and the rest was history.
Nice, nice. What advice do you have for someone who's a 9-to-5 worker or just has any type of career other than what they actually are passionate about, and they possibly want to pursue fashion or fashion styling? What's some advice that you have for them as like a leap of faith to pursue that?
So what I would tell someone that has a 9-to-5 job is I would probably quit whatever my 9-to-5 job is if it's not pertaining to what you want to do. I actually started working in retail. I worked for BCBG Max Azria for an extreme amount of years, and I feel like I got the training and I got a lot of the techniques from working in retail selling clothes, because you were able to deal with different type of body types. You were able to deal with what are the trends. You were able to learn about fabrication. So I feel like if you're working in banking, you want to be a stylist, I would do something that is in the field of what you want to do, because that's how you get that one-on-one, you learn. Basically, you can teach yourself if you don't have an educational background in it.
Right. So your advice to someone that's working a job is to basically quit their job and pursue what it is they love.
I would say if you're working in a job or a career that is not in the same path of what you're trying to do, I would personally try to figure out how can I start the process in working a 9-to-5 in what I want to do. So if you want to be a investment banker, you might want to start out as a teller. You know what I mean? If you want to be a stylist, you might want to start off as a closet organizer, a personal shopper, working in retail, maybe a buyer. I would start off in that field to kind of learn about what the fashion industry really is.
Okay. So in some cases, I feel like that may take a strain on some people because they may have a certain job to support their lifestyle, or it could be possibly a pay cut from what they're normally used to. It could be a lot of stipulations on that situation. What's some other advice for someone that has a lot of options to weigh out?
So basically, I have that hustling mindset and mentality. And I feel like what you want to do in life or where you want to go in life, you make the sacrifices to make it happen. So taking a pay cut is just a minor setback for a major comeback. I think a lot of people, when they want to do something, they just automatically, they put it out there in the atmosphere and they think that it's going to happen in 2 months, it's going to happen in 6 months. It might not happen for a couple of years, but you have to stay down, you have to stay driven in what you want to do, and you have to really put your all into it, because when you put your all into it, the results that you get back are going to pay off in the long run.
That's some good advice.
Thank you. I know.
Okay, Jeremy. So everybody known you as No IG Jeremy. So for a very long time, you did not have Instagram. What actually persuaded you to come along to Instagram life and to start a whole newfound Instagram?
So that's a real big misconception, because a lot of people say that I didn't have Instagram. Y'all don't know. I might have had a fake Instagram and I was writing comments up under there, but I really didn't. What made me join Instagram? I joined Instagram at the beginning of 2019, so it's been a year that I've been on Instagram. And when the new year was starting, I just I really wanted to, I had a lot of friends that were just like, Jeremy, I think 2019, you really need to start his Instagram. You really need to start his Instagram. And I was just so against it because I've always worked behind the scenes and I just didn't really want to be known as the person. I always wanted to be known as the person that got the person together. So, and I just used to always hear about so much like negative comments on Instagram, so many people giving their commentary. I didn't like what she wore. I didn't like what he wore. And I just wasn't really for that because at the end of the day, as long as my clients are happy, like I'm happy.
Right.
So one of my really good friends and clients, Toya Wright, she was just basically like, she called me in December. She was like, look, friend, you have to stop building up yourself and not seeing some type of return. She was like, there's probably so many different celebrities or influencers that want to work with you. They don't know how to get in contact with you. They're not going to reach out to me and say, Toya, can you give me your stylist information? So she was like, I just really think you need to create a style page. And I created a style page and I got hooked and I got obsessed with Instagram.
It's his breakfast in the morning.
It really is. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Late night snack.
Okay, so since you've joined Instagram, what are some of the benefits that you can tell us that came from Instagram?
So since I've joined Instagram, there's been so many amazing benefits that's come from it. You know, I have, a way that people can actually now get in contact with me. I have so many different brands that want me to influence their company, send a product to put on my clients. And I am able to inspire a lot of people that really want to do what I do. You know, that's to me is probably the most fulfilling part about Instagram is it's not necessarily showing my work and showing people what I do, is being able to give people kind of like hope, you know what I mean? Because, I feel like Instagram is the new, it's your new resume. So you can basically have a free platform to be able to showcase what you did, what you do, like the work that you put into what you're doing. So I think that's the most rewarding part to me about Instagram that I could probably say that's my favorite thing. Being able to talk to people and hearing people's stories and then, when they tell you about what they want to do and then you follow up with them in 6 months and they're actually doing it and they tell you like from watching you and watching how you did things, that to me is the most like rewarding part of Instagram.
Nice. So I remember you just mentioned that you had some misconceptions about it or just some negative things that you felt like reasons why you didn't want to join Instagram. Has those things take effect in your Instagram life now, and how have you, use those things to stay motivated and to stay positive?
You know what? I am so thankful that I haven't had any negative comments or anything on my page. It's extremely positive. I think it's what I put out is what I receive.
Right.
And I think I put that out on my page. Like, I'm not trashing people. I'm motivating people, with inspirational quotes.
Right.
I'm showing people what I do for a living. And that's really what my page is set up. You might see me here and there looking cute, but it's really about my work and like what I do. And it's like showing people my point of view of what I think is fashion.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I agree with what you said about basically it's about what you put out, that's what you'll get. Because I feel like a lot of people put out that they're shady and they can be negative towards what somebody else had on. And I feel like their page will reflect that. Like people will be negative to them. People will be shady to them because that's what they project.
I've seen a couple stylists that I've even known. Like, let's say like a popular brand like Fashion Bomb Daily or one of the fashion sites, or even the Shade Room might post one of my clients, and I've seen people write comments underneath, and it's been people that I've known, and I'm just kind of like, those are the same people that when I see them, they, what's up, hey, sis, how you doing? But those are also the same people that I see them under the comments. I want to put those shoes with it. I want to put that with that. Yeah, but you didn't have that opportunity. I did. So you are watching on sidelines, giving your commentary that's not needed.
Okay, Jeremy, so you are well known in Atlanta and most of your clients are based in Atlanta. Can you name us some of your, not even just Atlanta clients, but can you name us just a few of your clients that you work with on a day-to-day?
So, yes, I have a variety of clients from television stars to musicians to reality stars to internet sensations. So some of my clients consist of Toya Wright, of Friends and Family Hustle. I work with basically the entire cast. I do Monica, Denise. I do Tiny, Reginae Carter, Zanique. I work with a couple of the Atlanta housewives, Candy Burris, Portia Williams, Eva Marcel. I did Phaedra, who was an ex-housewife. I work with Usher Raymond.
Sheree?
I never worked with Sheree. Sheree, my girl. I didn't work with Sheree. I work with Usher Raymond. I work with Lala Anthony. I work with a lot of people. Just to name a few.
He works with a lot of people.
A lot of people that I love.
Good.
None that I don't like.
Okay, so you saying that you work on energy. So basically, being that you work on energy, do you ever turn out any clients based on your energy or the aura that they bring towards you?
Yes, I mean, I do. I feel like I said, energy is everything. So basically, I feed off of what people give me. And I think that the only thing that separates me from my clients is talent. My talent is getting you together, wardrobing you. Like, I have an eye to know what it will look good on you. You know, you might have the acting talent. You might be a singer. You might be a dancer. So that's the only thing I feel like that separates us. And maybe their income. But I'm not one of those kind of people that will just to work with a celebrity allow someone to talk to me crazy. You know, I put my all into what I do. I'm very respectful. You know, but at the end of the day, I am still a person like you are a person.
Right.
So I feel like when you match me, that's where I match you.
Right. So have you ever had any bad experiences with a client in styling?
Yeah, I have. I've had some clients that I probably won't work with again.
Would you share?
Would I share the clients?
Well, would you share the situation or the whatever happened? Would you share that?
I just had one client in particular that was very much so. She is very she's famous, and she just our energies didn't really match. I think she just was requiring more than I was willing to give her, and you know how people can kind of like talk down to, kind of demean you, and it's kind of like was doing all that, you know, kind of talking down, and I just was like, oh no, like I can't work with you anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a client ever made you cry?
Have a client ever made me cry? Yes. A client has made me cry before. Yes.
Do you want to share?
It had nothing to really do with work. I think I was just going through a lot this day, and one of my clients kind of snapped at me about something.
Right.
Who is usually not a snappy client, but one of my clients snapped at me about something, and I don't know what I was going through. It was something I was going through emotionally, but you know, like when you're in a place and you are like so overwhelmed with work, you're trying to get stuff done, you're trying to have like a real normal life and trying to be your best person, and like anything can kind of take you there. And I did have a client that made me cry one time. It was a frustrating cry.
Okay, so knowing your history personally, me knowing your history, I know that you have like a personal relationship with a lot of your clients versus some stylists may just they don't really go to their client's home. You know, they don't really have a personal relationship with their client. Do you like that personal relationship with your client? Would you rather do more like a studio lifestyle or just some more of a work-based relationship with your client?
So I'm going to be honest with you. I would probably say about 95% of my clients I do have a personal relationship with. I just feel like I can work better with you when we have a personal relationship because at the end of the day, I just can't see myself bringing you clothes, you trying them on, and then me sending you a bill. Like, I feel like when you get to know people, you kind of get to know what their needs are as far as their look. You know, I can figure out what are your insecurities. I can figure out like what are your parts of your body that you love to show off. You know, I can figure out if you're trying to go there and you're trying to impress somebody. If you're trying to go there, if you're trying to get back at somebody. So it's always a backstory behind a look, you know. And I feel like my personal relationships has allowed me to be able to have those clients that retain me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of stylists that I've had conversations with, you know, they might have a one-off. They might work with somebody 1 or 2 times and they don't come back to them. Maybe not because they're talent, but a lot of times, you know, it's just because their personalities don't really mesh.
Right.
And I think that that's probably, I would probably say that one of my strongest talents would be my ability to be able to connect with them on not just a professional level.
Right. So basically what you're saying is that one-on-one time that you have with them, that personal space that y'all share, that's the time where you basically connect with them and you
I get in
bond
their
with them.
business. I think that when you build those bonds, they're more comfortable with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? They become your friend. They know that you're not about to set them up.
Right.
You know, they know that you're not about to just put them in something just because it's expensive or just because, you know, we saw the next big celebrity in it
Right.
and they want to reference it on a like a who wore it best moment.
Right.
Like I think when you have those relationships with them, it's different. You know, and it makes my job easy. They don't have to. They know what time it is. Like
Right.
I don't even have to do all of that. I just be like, shut up, put this on and go, and they trust me.
Okay, knowing everything that you just said, you know, has it been a client that it hasn't worked in you to favor as far as building a personal relationship? Has it ever backfired? Getting too close to a client and building that bond with them, has it ever backfired on you?
No, it actually hasn't. It's never backfired for me. It can. I have had situations with my clients because my clients become some of my closest friends.
Right.
I mean, I'm literally here working in New York right now with Lala, and Lala has been like my friend probably over 10 years. I mean, before we could even start trying on clothes, we just caught up on life. Like,
Right.
what's going on, my life, what's going on, her life, what she's working on, what I'm working on. It hasn't backfired on me, but it can be a little bit complicating because, you know, when those clients are your friends, you know, when they go through something in the media, you go through it with them. You know, when your clients or your friends don't like somebody in the media, you know, sometimes you have to be like, you know, I can't work with them because that might be the enemy. Like, you know,
Right.
y'all don't get along. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse. But I feel like you got those clients that are with you and they are hold you down. They gonna work with you no matter what.
Right.
And then you have those relationships that kind of like you kind of grow out of. But I'm very thankful that the relationships that I have with my clients have been very long lasting, and I've worked with all of them for years.
That's good to know. Okay, Jeremy, so you're known to have some fabulous clients. What client would you say?
Very fabulous.
Very fabulous clients. What client would you say has the best shoe selection?
Probably Tiny.
Tiny. Okay.
Tiny has every shoe you could think of.
Okay, what client would you say has the best bag selection?
The best bag selection probably would be Toya has the best bag selection.
Okay, what client has the best wig selection?
Oh, probably wigs. Probably Portia.
Okay, and what client would you say really listens to you the most, like 100%?
Oh,
Like doesn't never go against you, always, you know, very in agreement to what you're saying and understanding what you're saying.
never goes against me. I would probably say Quad. Quad is the client that never goes against me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so being that you're a stylist and it requires you to be organized and on time, how's your time management? And
Now, let me tell you something about that. I live in Atlanta, and I live in the outskirts. So, I mean, I'm like 30 minutes to the city. So, you know, it's a commute everywhere in Atlanta, and the traffic is so bad because y'all all want to move to our city. So, time management is probably my area. Time management is probably my area of opportunity I can work on. Normally, when my clients ask me like, "What time you getting here?" I'll say 1:30. They know that that's probably like 2:45 because I mean they still getting them wigs put down, makeup. Their kids are probably running around, so I make sure I get there because more than half the time I'm probably going from one client to the next. So I have to be able to go in there, do what I can to be able to go to the next girl, to be able to go to the next person.
okay. It was a two-part question. So the other part of the question was, how's your organization skills?
Oh, I am very much so a creative. So if I had my bag right now, it would be look like receipts exploded in it. My car always has clothes in it. That's why my car got broken into and they stole all this shit out of my car. But I'm changing.
Have you ever lost anything?
Like something like expensive clothes, I did. I lost a pair of a really expensive pants. It was for Usher, and he was doing a like a press thing here in New York, and we sent him to New York with a whole bunch of pants, and his assistant, you know, she said she gave them back to me. She thought she gave them back to me, but I took the blame for it because I'm like, where did I lose the pants at? When it was time for me to check them back in, to the store, I could not find the pants, and I had to replace and pay for these very expensive pants, and I don't even have the pants. Neither does he.
So you're known to have, an abundance of clients that, roll in the same circle or hang out with each other. How important is it to not have the same client look the same, or how important is it to have each client reflect their own personality
Exactly.
and the things that they like and the things that, looks good on them? How important is that? And how do you stay true to each client's individuality?
So a lot of people ask me that all the time. Like, how do you work with so many clients, women that actually hang together? Is very challenging and is very tough because each one of my clients have their own individual style. So I cannot dress them the same. I cannot even a majority of the time they all go to these events together because a lot of my clients are really friends. Like, when you see them on social media and they're at events together, a lot of them are like really best friends. And so, I have to be able to create a style for them that represents how they look. Like, Toya is always the girl that wants to be very body conscious, neutral colors. Tiny always wants to be the girl that wants to wear pants and show off her shape. Portia is the girl that always wants to show her breasts because that's her, her favorite part of her body. So everybody has like that part of their, body that they want to, spotlight. So I have to kind of like focus on that. And, I think I styled them according to like what they do. I wouldn't dare put a Candy in something I would put Monica in.
Right.
They're just two different type of fashion girls.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So it can be very tricky, especially if they're all going to the same place.
Right.
It's very complicated, but I think I get it done. What y'all think?
Well, we'll let the viewers know. Please be sure to comment and like the video and do a lot of good stuff, and also subscribe. So speaking of It Girl, what is something that we should look forward to you possibly pursuing or doing this year?
So there's going to be something major that me and Duckie kind of talked about that's something to look forward to. Right now currently we're filming Friends and Family Hustle Season 3, so that's going to get ready to come out. You're going to get ready to see a lot of different things that are going to happen, with the families. Toya got engaged. You'll see like a lot of, different things. I'm working.
Will you be styling her wedding?
I'm definitely styling her wedding.
Nice.
Like, yes. Is that even up for discussion? Definitely. Yeah, so you can look forward to that. I just worked on a huge magazine campaign that's about to get ready to drop. Trying to get like a tour I did a tour last year, the Welcome to the Dungeon tour, Candy Birds, and I was creative director of all the wardrobes. I'm trying to lock down another tour this year in 2020. More red carpets, more music videos, more badass bitch moments, all that stuff.
Well, congrats to you, and I hope everything works out in your favor. Okay, Jeremy, this may be a tough one, but who's your favorite client? Someone like you love to work with, hands down.
I love to work with all of them.
Who's your favorite? You have to pick one.
If I have to pick one, my favorite to work with, they're my favorite for a lot of different reasons. But I would probably say, who I would say? I'm going to throw you for a loop. I would probably say Regine. Just because I would pick Regine because I've watched her grow up. I've been styling her since she was like 13 years old. So to watch her grow up to now be 21 and having her own point of view in fashion, she give y'all give y'all some little hell every now and then. So I would probably say Reginae, watching her go
Evolve.
from sneakers and her mama and daddy not letting her wear heels to now being, 21 and, wearing anything and, being very risky with hair and, very fashion forward. I would probably say Reginae.
Nice. So, Jeremy, being that you have a lot going on, how important is it to have good people around you, people you can talk to, loyal people, loyal friends, supportive friends? How important is that amongst all the things you go through, all of the things you have to, all of the people you have to interact with? How important is it to just to have those friends that are just loyal and are always there for you and support you?
That is having people around you that is loyal and supporting of everything that you have going on. I feel like is necessary and is key. I'm a Taurus, so my biggest thing that we are known for is being very loyal people. We are loyal to the people that we have around us, and I have so many supportive friends, so many supportive clients. I mean, whether it's me doing an event, whether me having a styling panel, whether it's me launching a line of sweatshirts. Like, I have so many supportive people that are a part of my journey and a part of my story. I think it is it's very vital because you cannot do it on your own. Like, how can you be a successful boss and you did it on your own? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm really big on that support. Like, I feel like I'm a little too big on that because, like, when somebody do something I don't like, I act like it's the end of the world because I'm so used to so many amazing people doing so many good things for me in my life.
Okay, speaking of support and speaking of you can't do it without the help of others and speaking of everything you just said, I'm going to give you a moment to name people that's helped you, name people that supported you, name people that have done favors for you. This is your moment just to say thank you to those people. And when I say stop, you have to stop.
Okay.
And start.
Duckie. I would say Toya, Tiny, Candy, Quad. One of my best friends, Zeta. My girl Sabah at Neiman. She everything. My assistants, Raekwon, L'Oreal, Zoe.
Don't forget nobody.
I would probably say my best friend and partner, Mark. I would say, I hope I'm not forgetting nobody. One of my mentors, Frank, my mentor, Fiscani. My mom, most importantly, my grandma. My grandma is the most supportive person that I've ever met in my life. My grandma. My homegirl, Lala.
Stop.
One more. I'm gonna say one more. I'm gonna say one more. I don't care. I'm gonna tell you, this is your show, but
Cameras on.
No, it is one person. Literally, she is in the music industry. She is not. She's a creative director, Jamaica Craft. She's like responsible for a lot of people's like career, like Sierra, Justin Bieber, all these people. Jamaica is one of those people that has been very Jamaica and Ashana Ayers.
You have to stop.
I gotta say Ashana Ayers.
I love Ashana.
That's my boo. I have to say.
Okay, so being that you are a young stylist in Atlanta, do you ever team up with other stylists? Do you ever ask other stylists for any type of help, or have any stylists ever assisted you, in a way of gratitude, of, just giving back, all that stuff? Has any stylist ever, have you worked with any other stylists in any magnitude?
In Atlanta, I can't. Okay, in that magnitude, working with other stylists, my friend, we went to college together. One of my best friends, his name is Icon Tips on Instagram. He is on the West Coast. He works with like everyone. So we work together a lot because we are friends ever since college. I don't really work with a lot of stylists in Atlanta because it could kind of be kind of catty, So I don't really work with a lot of stylists in Atlanta. Cara, Chinchilli, you might know her. I work with Chinchilli. I'll say it would be easier for me to work with a female versus working with a male stylist. Because I feel like when there's guys, like two guys that are kind of like similar doing the same thing, it kind of could be a conflict of interest because I feel like, when you're styling, it becomes
Right. Okay.
But I don't have like any like issue or never had any issues or drama like with any stylist.
Okay. Is there any stylist that you would like to, tip your hat off to and just say they're doing a good job or
Oh,
compliment?
yes. I love Colin so much. I love Colin. He just spoke on my panel. I think he is so amazing. I love Maeve. She does Lala as well. She does Sierra. She does Haley Baldwin. I love her work. I loved Wayman and Micah. I love their work. Oh, Brian Javar. Icon Tips. Who else do I love? Oh, Luxury Law. Luxury Law is probably my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Luxury Law.
Nice.
Yeah, he's probably like my favorite. I feel like for African Americans, I feel like Luxury Law at this point is like top tier. I think he is so inspiring to watch.
Nice. All right, so now we're going to switch gears and get into some single word Q&A. So basically, I'm going to ask you a question and you just answer it with one word. Pretty much one word.
Okay.
Okay, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
What's your favorite movie?
Saw and The Purge.
Who's your favorite designer?
My favorite designer would be Donatella Versace.
What's your favorite city?
My favorite city is Atlanta, Georgia.
Why?
Because I'm a peach.
A prune. What's your favorite food?
Salad.
Who's your favorite model?
Jessica Stam.
What's your favorite song?
Break the Ice by Britney Spears.
Who's your favorite music artist?
Britney Spears, duh.
What's your favorite era?
The 80s.
Okay.
I love the 80s.
Nice. And what's your favorite article of clothing?
A belt.
A belt. A belt?
That's an accessory. My favorite article of clothing, a dress.
Okay.
A dress, definitely.
Your favorite?
My favorite for
You
me
wear
to wear.
dresses?
I don't wear dresses, sis. Don't try it. My favorite, a jacket.
Okay. And when is the last time you made your bed?
Ooh, made my bed probably 6 or 7 months ago.
Okay. And that concludes the Q&A with me and Jeremy. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe to my YouTube, which is Duckie Confetti. Be sure to follow his Instagram, which is
The Real No IG Jeremy.
all of that good stuff. And watch him, follow him. He's amazing. He does amazing things. And I want to just thank you for taking the time out to be here with me on this improv.
He paid me a lot of money to do this.
On this improv interview. I appreciate it so much.
Oh, thanks, Duckie.